Hey everyone, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So today is actually my 2-year YouTube anniversary. That's right, I've been making YouTube videos for 2 years and that's just absolutely crazy to think about that 2 years ago I just decided to post my first video on here, and I thought that it would be a really nice way to celebrate by doing my second annual complete Blu-ray and DVD movie collection. And if you guys remember my last one, I did it like at the end of October, early November, and you guys loved that video. That's still my most popular video to date. When I did this type of video last year, I only had one shelf of movies, and now I have up here, I have some here, and even right behind me here, I have some movies to show you guys. So we're going to be going over all of them. I have Blu-rays and DVDs, and yeah, I'm just excited to get through all of them. Make sure to comment down below what's your favorite piece of physical media that you own. Let me know down below before you continue watching this video because I'd love to hear it. I can't wait to share with you guys what mine is. I will share that when it comes. But yeah, without further ado, let's get started with my official DVD/Blu-ray collection for the year 2021. So starting off, we have A Christmas Carol on Blu-ray, and I absolutely love this movie. One of my favorite, just Christmas movies of all time. This is also my favorite version of A Christmas Carol. Following that, we have Anastasia, and this is still in DVD format. I got this probably when I was younger than 10 years old. I absolutely love this movie as well. That's probably a really big theme here. All of these movies I pretty much love. There's a couple in here that I haven't seen yet, and we'll get to those. But yeah, this is still a DVD, and I hope to upgrade this one day because this really is one of my favorite animated movies of all time. So then we have maybe an unpopular opinion, but a movie I actually enjoyed when I first saw it, and it is Annie, and it still has the original ticket from when I got this at Walmart a couple years back. And I'm gonna be honest, I haven't seen this movie in a very long time, but I remember when I first saw this was one of those movies that I just kept wanting to watch. So yeah. In the next batch of movies, we have Arthur Christmas, a movie that not many people talk about. One of my favorite Christmas movies, and I just don't hear anybody talk about this. And this one is in 3D actually, and I think it's cool. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it it's one of those 3D covers. And I remember actually when I was younger and the Blu-ray 3D movies started coming out, I thought they were the coolest things ever. In fact, my Blu-ray player here in my room is a 3D Blu-ray player, but I never really got it to work just because I never had a 3D TV. And I just think it's kind of crazy how I remember all of these Blu-ray 3D movies coming out, and to be honest, I feel that died down so quickly. So yeah, let me know if you guys ever watched your 3D Blu-ray movies, actually 3D with the 3D glasses in your house, because I'd love to know. And we have Avatar, and this is a DVD, but I think this is a movie that I would love to upgrade just because I remember when I first saw this movie, I thought it was such a great cinematic achievement. This is another one that I haven't revisited in forever. Do I think it deserves as many sequels as we're gonna get from it? No, but I still thought it was a pretty good movie when it came out. And then we have A Turtle's Tale, and look at the tag, guys. It literally says Kmart. I don't even think Kmart exists anymore, which is really sad because I used to get a lot of my movies at Kmart. And yeah, this movie, I honestly don't remember anything about it, but my sister used to be really obsessed with it, so yeah, I have it there. Then we have Atonement on Blu-ray. This is literally one of the best movies ever. Keira Knightley, James McAvoy, they gave one of the best performances of their career, and it's just a really good movie. If you guys haven't seen it, I strongly recommend it. So then we have Beauty and the Beast, and this is another one that I just really want to upgrade to the highest quality because Beauty and the Beast, in my opinion, is top tier Disney animation. I remember I got this when it was restored to Blu-ray because for the longest time I'm pretty sure I had the DVD, but then they came out with as it says here, the Diamond Edition. I even remember I did a really big line at the Disney store to get this when I was really young because they were releasing the new Blu-ray. We have Birds of Prey, in Blu-ray, and I got this on Black Friday, super affordable, super cheap, and I haven't even opened it. It's still in its original plastic wrap because I haven't seen it off the physical media, but I loved Birds of Prey when it came out, and I still think it's one of the best DC movies. So then we have Bohemian Rhapsody, another movie that I just really love, and I actually got this the day it came out on physical media. Like, Queen is one of my favorite bands, if not my favorite band of all time, and just this movie is great. And I also like how this includes the Live Aid, like the full Live Aid performance that wasn't in the movie. I wish it would have been in the movie because, like, I don't know, I don't think anybody would have been mad that it had the full Live Aid performance, but yeah, I just really love this movie. Then we have Brave, another hot take, because when Luca came out, I was watching people's Pixar rankings and all of that, and a lot of people say they don't like Brave, and honestly, I love Brave. When I was little, Merida was like my inspiration. I wanted to be like her, and I just really like this movie. This next movie that I have is Casablanca. One of my best friends gave this to me. She gave me a ton of movies, and this is really old. Like, you can tell it's very old, but I love this movie. I recently just saw it actually with my mom because she had never seen it. This is one of these movies that, like, I don't want to upgrade because I like the original DVD feel that it has, if that makes any sense. DVDs make me feel very nostalgic, and for some reason this one makes me feel nostalgic. I just like how it looks with the DVD quality, if that makes sense. I don't know if that ever happens to you guys, because there's definitely movies, like I've said, I want to upgrade, but there's others that, like, I just like the original format that I have them in. So yeah. And then we have a movie that I haven't seen, Casino, and I'm just excited to watch this. Like, I keep putting it off, I keep wanting to watch it, but for some reason I watched something else. So yeah, I definitely need to watch this movie. A lot of you guys have actually told me that it's really good. I'm excited to check it out whenever I do. Look, this is such an old DVD, oh my god. We have Cinderella 3. For the longest time, this was my favorite Cinderella movie. When I was little, I loved the whole time jump, time stuff. I love time in movies, and this movie did a really good job with it, and you can just tell this is old. Like, I got this when I was extremely little. Then we have another movie that I got at Kmart. Oh my god, I miss Kmart. It is epic, and this movie is another underrated animated movie. If you guys haven't seen it, you have to go watch it. I think the themes are so important. I love the animation. I just like the whole thing as a whole. And I remember Beyonce was in this movie, and now that I look at the cast, so was Amanda Seyfried. Like, I never knew that she was in there. Then I have a movie that I've never seen and I didn't even know that I owned, but I'm guessing it's like my parents, but I found it recently, and it's Crank. I literally have no idea what this movie's about. A hardcore action classic. If you guys have seen it, let me know if you recommend it. It's been open, so it's been watched by somebody in my house, but like, I literally had no idea it existed. I have so many movies that I haven't actually seen, so I need to get on that. And then we have 101 Dalmatians. I love this movie. I actually wanted to rewatch it right before Cruella, but I didn't have the chance. But this is a classic. Like, for being such an early Disney animated movie, it's one of the best in my opinion. Like, I just think it's so well animated. I love the characters. Cruella is such an incredible villain in just this animated movie. I really like this movie a lot. This is really random, but I don't know if you guys remember the Disney movie rewards. I remember as a little kid, like, I always loved when they had the movie rewards and all that stuff. Having all of these movies on physical media brings back like so many memories and so many eras of like different movies and how the physical media world was at the time. This is another movie that I haven't seen, Dreamcatcher, and actually some movies here that I haven't seen are going to be featured in a video pretty soon. I actually got this off of Depop because I think Depop is a great way to grow your physical movie collection. And then we have another really old DVD of mine from my childhood, The Road to El Dorado. I love this movie. Here it says thumbs up by Roger Ebert. Thank you for giving this movie a thumbs up because it deserves it. I love this movie so much. The animation is great. The characters are awesome. It's so funny. This is a movie that, again, I haven't seen in such a long time, but like, it's so good and so memorable. I remember almost everything that happens in this movie, even though it's been years since I've seen it. And the last movie in this batch is Enchanted. Cannot wait for the sequel coming out. I am like the biggest Enchanted fan. I love Amy Adams in this movie, Patrick Dempsey, and James Marsden. Like, this movie has such a good cast, so many great musical numbers, and it's so creative too. This movie has aged really well because I saw it a few months ago, and just as good as I remember it. The romance is great, the action is great, like, just the tension is amazing. This movie is amazing. We're moving on to the end of this first shelf, but let's continue. So this is actually my most recent buy, and it is Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and it is a steelbook, and it's beautiful. I'll open it up for you guys so you guys can see it. So on the inside, it's basically that iconic scene at the museum, and then on the back, it looks like this. It's so great, and it was so affordable at Best Buy. I actually hadn't been to Best Buy in like over a year since the pandemic, and I went recently and I picked this up and another movie that I'll show you guys in just a bit. Then we have Finding Nemo. Speaking of Best Buy, I bought this on Best Buy in 2011. Look at that. That's crazy that it still has like the tag. I love that. And this is actually one of the movies that I used to rewatch all the time as a kid. My parents say that I would watch this on VHS, and then every time it ended I would rewind it and start it again from the beginning, and as I should, because it's a great movie. So yeah. Then we have Firewall, another movie that I haven't seen. This is one that my parents just owned, but I've never seen it. Next movie I have is Forrest Gump, one of my favorite movies. I love this movie so much. Tom Hanks is great, and this is just a great movie. I love this movie. I obviously had to own one of my favorite movies. And then we have Frozen. I love Frozen so much. We have the Blu-ray and the DVD here, and this one is also a little bit old. I got it right when it came out. You can see it's a little bit bent there. When I was little, I didn't really take good care of these. Like, I would just get them and stuff them in my shelves. But it's crazy that this movie, when did this movie come out? Because it's crazy that this is a 2014 DVD, 2014 Blu-ray. Like, I feel like this movie came out yesterday and it didn't, because we're in 2021, so yeah, that's just insane. Also, I really recommend, although this isn't Frozen 2, I really recommend watching the documentary of the making of Frozen 2 on Disney+. I'll put the title somewhere here because I forgot how it was called. I think it's called Into the Unknown, something like that. It's really cool, and it just shows the animation process in such a nice way and makes me appreciate Frozen a lot more, even though I do appreciate these movies a lot. I think they're sometimes a little bit overhated, but yeah, moving on. We have Gladiator in DVD, another movie I haven't seen yet. I definitely have to watch this. Let's continue with Godzilla. And my cousin gave this to me literally the other day. It's just Blu-ray plus DVD. I said this in my Monsterverse ranked video, but if the Monsterverse would have been a lot more like Godzilla, I think it could have been better than it is, honestly, because I love the tone in this movie so much. Then we have another movie that I haven't seen that I got from Depop, Gothica, and I need to watch this movie. I feel like it is my type of movie, and I love the cast. Halle Berry is amazing, Robert Downey Jr. and Penelope Cruz. I don't really know much about this movie, so this is one of those that like I would be watching blind, but it just looks cool, so I'm excited to check it out. So we are in the end of the first shelf. Let's just do this. We got The Good Dinosaur. When I talked about this movie in my last year's video, everybody was like, put The Good Dinosaur away, bad movie, but I don't think it's that bad of a movie. Like, I acknowledge it's not perfect by any means, but it's not that bad, guys. Like, I don't know why people think it's that bad. That's just my little opinion on it. We have Inside Out on Blu-ray. Another great Pixar movie. This movie is just incredible. I like this one because it's kind of like a little pop-up. Like, if you touch it, I just like the texture of this cover of the sleeve a lot. Then we have a Clint Eastwood movie that I have not seen. It's called, what is it called? Hang 'Em High. I literally have not heard anything about this movie, so yeah. Ice Age, Continental Drift in 3D. Another one of those 3D movies I never fully saw in 3D. And guys, my sister just brought someone to me. Oh my god, my movies are falling, but guys, meet my new puppy. You know what his name is? It's Loki. Hey pup, say hi to the world.
A few moments later.
All of my movies just fell. He just woke up from his nap, and I thought it would be a perfect time for you guys to meet him. He's a little sleepy. He's a Loki variant, by the way. He wants to walk. Bye, Loki. My little Loki. I hope you guys enjoyed meeting my little puppy Loki. I wanted him to be in the intro, but he was napping. He was super cute. I'll insert a picture right here. And like, I didn't want to wake him up, obviously. But we have Jurassic World. Really good movie, honestly. Really fun. Like, the definition of a fun summer movie. And I think the cast does a great job in making it a fun summer movie. And the final movie we have in this shelf is Journey to the Center of the Earth on DVD. One of my favorite series of all time are these like journey movies. I love them. This is my favorite one, that's why I own it. So now let's go through the second shelf, and this shelf is much tighter. I have a lot more space in the top shelf for movies than I do here, but yeah, let's just get through it. So the first one here is Knives Out, and I have it on Blu-ray. One of the best whodunit. Rian Johnson really directed this movie extremely well, and I just really love this movie. Then we have Lady and the Tramp, and this is another Diamond Edition one that I got from Disney, and this is a great movie, honestly. Then we have one of my favorite movies for sure, Little Women, and honestly this is one of those that I'm really pissed at like the cover that they chose for the image, because I think this poster of Little Women is so pretty and would have looked so good on the cover of this physical media, but they just went and chose with this, I guess. Then I have one of my favorite Disney remakes, Maleficent. Really good movie in my opinion. I love Angelina Jolie in the role. Then I have Mirror Mirror, and I love the cover on this. As you can see, it switches from Lily Collins to Julia Roberts, and this is a really cool like modern Snow White type movie. Then we have Minority Report. One of my best surprises of the year 2021. Minority Report is amazing. Like, do not sleep on this movie. I didn't even know this movie existed up until I got this on Depop. Such a good movie. Like, one of the best twists, and just one of the best movies ever, honestly. Like, I can't wait to do a full review on it very soon when I continue the Steven Spielberg series. Then I have Oz the Great and Powerful, and I also really like the cover on this. A lot of these Disney ones have really cool covers in my opinion, but I was a huge fan of this movie when it came out. I think I went to see it at the movie theater multiple times because I just liked how it looked. I saw it in 3D, I think, because I used to be obsessed with watching movies in 3D, but yeah, I love this movie very much. Then we have Panic Room, and this is a very, oh, I almost dropped it, a very like old looking DVD. I got this off Depop as well, and yeah, it's just a really great movie. Again, one of the best first watches of this year. Then here we have Pinocchio. I love this movie so much, and right now watching this, I really want to rewatch it. Then we have one of my sister's favorite movie, Pride and Prejudice. I don't love it quite as much as my sister does, but I do like this movie. I think it's very good. Then I have The Princess and the Frog, and I remember I got this on my birthday the year after the movie came out, and best birthday ever. I remember I was so happy to receive this movie because it's a great movie. Then I have another DVD here, and it is Pocahontas. All of these movies are falling, so I'm sorry if you can hear the noise of them going, but yeah, now I have The Phantom of the Opera, and I'm very happy to announce this is the movie that I did see on my birthday on July 1st, and I showed it to my friends and they loved it, so that's amazing that that happened. If you haven't seen this movie, definitely go watch it. I really like The Phantom of the Opera, and this movie is like really good. Then I have Rise of the Guardians, and funny enough, here it says that this includes $8 off a ticket to go see The Croods, which I think is so funny. So then I have Rio, a really solid animated movie that I was also obsessed with as a kid. A lot of these movies are movies that I was obsessed with as a kid, and this is a movie that I am totally obsessed with now. My favorite horror movie franchise ever. I have the Scream 3 movie collection. This comes with Scream, Scream 2, and Scream 3. I definitely have to buy Scream 4 and add it to the collection. In this next batch, we have Secret of the Wings. Then we have a movie that I haven't seen and I know nothing about, but it's Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow. You guys let me know what you think about this movie. I really haven't seen this at all. I don't even know what this movie is about, but the cast looks cool. Jude Law, Gwyneth Paltrow, and Angelina Jolie. Then we have the original Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and maybe unpopular opinion, but I never really was a fan of this movie ever since I was a kid. I have not really liked this movie, so I wonder how I would feel like on a rewatch. And then we have the best animated movie of all time, Tangled. No words, just perfection. That's it. And then I have Team Beach Movie, and apparently this came with a free surfboard zipper pool, plus never before seen footage. One of the best Disney Channel original movies. I have to own it. I love it. It was totally ruined by Team Beach Movie 2, but I love this movie, and my sister and I were obsessed with this movie when it came out, and I still think it's very, very fun. The concept of getting trapped into a movie is pretty cool. So then here we have The Croods, and this is the skinniest movie I own. Like, do you guys see that? How skinny it is? Yeah, that is so skinny. Then I have an Alfred Hitchcock movie, The Lady Vanishes. I haven't seen this, heard great things. Then I have The Little Mermaid. Cannot wait for the remake, but this is a great animated movie. Although, as I've grown older, Ariel has gone down in my list of favorite princesses because she used to be up there, honestly. Then we have, you know, I said Tangled was the best animated movie, but The Lion King is probably the best one that I own of animated movies. Such a good movie. Like, my heart. I love this movie so much. It's so special to me, and the emotion, like, no other animated movie has made me feel the way The Lion King makes me feel. So I love it very much for that. Then I have another movie that I haven't seen, but I picked it up because I like Leonardo DiCaprio, and it's The Man in the Iron Mask. And yeah, this doesn't look like the best movie ever, but who knows, maybe it's really good. Then I have The Three Musketeers, the best gang, the Mickey Mouse, Goofy, Donald, Minnie, Pluto. I love them. I know I have somewhere like more movies with them. Like, I have the Mickey Mouse Christmas ones, but I don't know where they are, but I have to like really look around my house. I tried to look for them for this video, but yeah, anyway, this movie is awesome. Haven't seen it since I was very small, but I really just grew up on these movies, and I'm so happy that I still have it on DVD. And here we have The Muppets. This movie has also aged so well. Like, it surprises me how good this movie is, because I feel like when you look at it, it doesn't look like the best movie ever, but it is the best movie ever. And you have one of the best scenes ever. Am I a man, or am I a Muppet? Am I a Muppet? Then I'm gonna do this last batch here. So we have The Shining, best movie ever. Love the steelbook, super pretty. First steelbook I own, and I only own 2, so I definitely need to get more. It's this and Ferris Bueller's Day Off. We have The Odd Life of Timothy Green. Really good movie. I actually remember the day I went to see this at the movie theater, it was raining a lot, just like it does at the beginning of the movie, and I felt like I was in the movie. It was like the best experience ever, but just a really heartfelt story. I really like that movie. Then we have The Pirate Fairy. Not the best of the Tinkerbell series, but as a kid, I vibed with it a lot. And remember how I asked you guys to let me know what was your favorite piece of physical media that you owned? Well, now I'm going to share mine. It's The Princess Bride Criterion. So I got this for my birthday this year, and it's beautiful. First of all, I love this movie. I grew up watching The Princess Bride on TV all of the time, and this is the best version of the movie that I've seen. I was so amazed by the colors. It just looks so good, and also it's very pretty. So it feels like a book, and I love reading, so this is just incredible. And on the back it says, "As You Wish," super iconic, and the inside is just beautiful. Like, look at that artwork. This is like the best. This is the best piece of physical media I own. It's just super cute, and then the disc itself is also beautiful. Like, I love it. This is my favorite piece of physical media that I own because it's the most beautiful, and I just really love this movie so much. Like, we're watching it, just solidified. Like, this movie is honestly one of the very best. Then we have The Smurfs. Questionable if these movies are good. Like, a lot of these movies, as a kid, this was my jam. I actually have never seen The Smurfs 2, and I remember I was really triggered that I never got to see it at the movie theater, but maybe that was for the best. Also, fun fact, this was the first movie I saw at the movie theater ever. Then we have The Silence of the Lambs. This is a movie, again, that I don't want to upgrade. I like the grainy DVD feel this movie has for some reason. I think it fits it really well. I love this movie so much, and I'm just really happy that I own it. So then here we have my 2 other Hitchcock movies. I have The Man Who Knew Too Much, and I have The 39 Steps. And it's funny, it's all his face. Haven't seen any of these, and I really have to, because Alfred Hitchcock is a great director. All of the movies that I've seen from him are incredible. Some of the best movies I've ever seen, honestly. And then here we have a movie that I haven't seen this movie, so I don't have much input I also didn't know I owned it because I don't really like westerns, and this looks like a western, but I mean, no, it is a western because it literally says the best western since Unforgiven. I don't really like westerns that much, so I'm never in the mood to watch them, but I have to watch it because I do own it. And here we have my favorite Tinkerbell movie, Tinkerbell and the Great Fairy Rescue. The soundtrack of this movie, amazing. The animation, cute. The storyline, just incredible. Like, I wanted this life. I wanted this little girl's life when I was little, and I honestly still do. Like, do you guys see that house? I still want to live there. And the last movie in this shelf is M. Night Shyamalan's The Village, which I haven't seen, but I will be doing soon because I want to watch every single M. Night Shyamalan movie. So yeah, I definitely need to watch The Village. To me, he's a great director. Has he made questionable choices? Yes, he has, but I'm always excited to check out his movies, and hopefully I'll be watching Old soon, and also The Village. So I just thought it would be easier to show the movies this way since it is a smaller shelf. So in this shelf, I have my movies that are part of series. So starting up here, I have the Hunger Games collection, all of them. I love the Hunger Games, literally like my favorite movies ever. I also have Alien 6 movie collection, and this is the other movie I was talking about that I got along with Ferris Bueller at Best Buy. This was $24 for 6 movies. Like, that is incredible. Then I have Back to the Future. I'm gonna move Miss Natasha to the side so I don't knock her down, and these little knickknacks that I have. But then we have the Back to the Future trilogy. I really like this trilogy, and I love that all these movies were super affordable on Amazon. Then, I'm not really going to take these out, but I have Despicable Me, plus Despicable Me 2. I have the Harry Potter movie collection. I have Indiana Jones, The Complete Adventure. It does have all of them, and I really wish I would have waited to get the 4K one, but I like this one. I also like that this one's like a book, and I love like the artwork and the layout of it. I think from a graphic standpoint, it is one of the most beautiful that I own as well. This one and The Princess Bride are probably my favorite ever. Then I have Madagascar and Madagascar 2, Escape to Africa. Then here I have, I can't even read what that is. Oh, it's Mulan and Mulan 2. I've never really fully seen Mulan 2, so I need to do that, but Mulan is one of my favorites. Here we have Santa Paws and Santa Paws 2. And here I have the Saw movies, and we have the first Saw, Saw 2, and Saw 3. I have Shrek the Third and Shrek the Final Chapter. I don't know what happened to my copy of the first 2 Shrek movies because they're my favorite movies ever, so I don't know where those went. Then I have The Matrix, which I have to finish watching. And then here I have Toy Story 2 and Toy Story 3. Definitely need to buy the original Toy Story. I don't know how I don't own it, and Toy Story 4 because it is one of my favorite movies ever. And then up here is my Star Wars section, and then I have this Halloween thing. So I'm gonna take this off for a moment, but I have Revenge of the Sith here, and I really like this edition. I think it's really nice. And then I just have the Star Wars original trilogy with A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. And I wanted to get one of these packs for the prequels, but I like this edition. I like the cover, so I ended up, oops, that fell. I ended up just getting that, but I do want to own all the Star Wars movies eventually, and that's why I have them here, because I have my little Star Wars nook area. And that about wraps it up for my complete 2021 Blu-ray and DVD movie collection. And look who came back to say goodbye to you guys, Loki. He was playing outside with my sister, and now he's back. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Thank you guys so much for all of your support, and it's crazy that it's been 2 years being on this platform. Last year when my channel turned 1, I had just reached 100 subscribers, and now an entire year later I have close to 800 subscribers, so it's crazy. Thank you guys so much for all of your support. I love making videos, and I hope you enjoyed this one. Bye from me and the new member of the family. Bye everyone, see you next time.